Hey guys, here we are working on our stock history project. So our last slide was our stock splits. So again, how did we get this? We looked up prices. I actually gave you the price from 2000 or whenever your IPO was. I gave you that price. Then you looked up today's date or the 25th, whatever it was. Okay. Then we factored if we could take $5,000 back in our time machine and we could invest back in the year 2000 or whenever your stock IPO'd, this is going to give us this many shares. So back in the year 2000, a share of Nike stock was $5.69. I could buy 878 shares, right? I did that. That was great. Now I had splits, right? If you didn't have any splits, then you have 878 shares or however many shares you could purchase back in 2000. Now I got a split in 2007. Now I doubled my shares. Then I split again in 2015. Now I've quadrupled my shares. Okay, so I have 3,512 shares. I want to figure out what today's current investments. So this is the next slide. What is our current value of our $5,000 investment from back in the year 2000 or 2008 if you were Delta, whatever it is, wherever your IPO is. I gave you guys those numbers. So this is the amount of shares that I currently have after all the splits. Invested $5,000 at the 2000 price. Then I accounted for my stock splits, and this is the current value of one share of Nike stock, 90 bucks. My $5,000 investment would be worth right around $316,000. I didn't actually buy Nike. I really wish I would have. That would have been really smart. That would have been great. That's okay. There's going to be another Nike that comes along. It's going to be great. It'll be awesome. Okay, that's one slide. If you need to stop, rewind, no problem. That's what the video's for. Here we go. Next slide. Next slide, we are looking for the best year. When I say the best year, it doesn't have to be the most amazing year. It just needs to be a really good year. So let's say a really good year. I'm going to call it just the best year. How am I going to do that? All right, very first, let's hop over to Yahoo Finance. I've typed in the ticker symbol if you need to pause it so you guys can catch up with me. That is great. I'm going to keep moving. I want to go to full screen. And in this full screen, I would like to use my max chart. So I'm on max chart here, and this is going to show me, I didn't own the stock back here. Remember, I only bought it in 2000. So I'm going to scroll over to 2000 because I want to look at this chart from 2000 to 2023. All right, everything before that is not relevant for me. All right, so steady growth, nothing crazy. 2003 was a really good year. I can see that trending up. Yep, some good years here. Really starts happening. 2009 is a really nice year. Let's see, 13 to 14 is a fantastic year. You see that growth right there. So it goes from like, if we look at January of 13, it's like 26 bucks. And then in December of 13, it's 39. That's like a 50% gain right there. That's fantastic. The year that I actually picked was 2015. So again, you can see there's a lot of good years. 17, 18 looks like really good years. But I picked 15. I like 15. So what I'm going to do to find 15 is I need to find the beginning of the year price. So the January price of 2015, it says it over here on the right, $47.99. So I'll take $47.99. And then I go to the end of 15, or really, really close to the end of 15, and it's $62.50. Okay? So I take that difference. I need those two prices. I take the difference and divide by the starting amount back in January. Divide by 47. So I'll take whatever that was, $62.50 minus $47.99, and then divide by $47.99. That's going to give me a decimal. And then from that decimal, I'm going to move the decimal place 2 places to the right, and that's going to give me a percentage. So I'm actually going to do that on my phone. You guys can't do it on your phone, but you can type it into your address, or sorry, into your browser. So end of 15 was $62.50. So I'm going to take $62.50, and I'm going to subtract from the January of 15 price. And your year is going to be different than me. That's okay. That's $47.99. Let's just call it $48 minus 48. That gives me a profit or a capital gain of $14.50. And then I'm going to divide by $48. And I have a 30% return. So that's going to be my return amount right there. 30% return. I don't know if I did that correct on this slide or if I just kind of guessed. Yeah, pretty close, 34%. So I'm going to say 30% from 2015. That's my profit. And then I need you to tell me why. I have an example of what I did. Was it because of something that was happening in the economy? Was it something with the company, did they come out with a new product? Did they sign Michael Jordan to a lifetime extension for endorsements? Did they start making golf clubs? Did they stop making golf clubs and lower their expenses? What did they do to increase profitability, to increase their stock price during this year? There's lots of different things, but you'll have to search and do a little research on that and tell me what they did. Do not just tell it to me in 4 words. I want to know detail why this stock went up during this time. Okay? You can add a little screenshot of that particular year. If I was going to do that in here, I would just zoom in to 2015, Command Shift 4, right? Command Shift 4, and then I'm going to find this 2015 and do something like that, whatever it is. I didn't really pay all that much attention to what I was doing, but that gives you an idea. Drop that into this page, okay? That's best year. Again, if that's confusing, no problem. Go back, watch the video again. Stop it, rewind it, follow along with it. Just find the January price, the December price. It's got to be a gain. For the best year, it's got to be a gain. So if the December price is lower than the January price, you picked the wrong year. That's just not the year. All right? So pick a year where the December price is higher than when you started investing in January. You're going to do the same thing for the worst year. Tell me the percentage. If you lose money, if you have a capital loss, this is going to be a negative number. Tell me why. Take a screenshot, add in the graph here. All right? Those are the 3 slides we're doing today. After you have the notes are submitted. We will finish this next class, and you guys are great. Okay? Email me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.